Imagine having the ability to walk into any room, interact with anyone, and leave with their trust, admiration, or cooperation. Persuasion is not about manipulation. It's an art, a skill that can shape how people see you and respond to you. In this video, we'll uncover 10 psychological tricks rooted in stoicism and behavioral science that will help you master persuasion. Each chapter will explore a unique strategy in detail, with examples and actionable insights to make you the most influential person in any situation. Chapter 1. The Power of the Name. Dale Carnegie once said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest sound in any language." A name is more than just an identifier. It represents identity, emotion, and respect. Think about how you feel when someone remembers your name, especially in a crowded room. It creates an instant bond. Manipulators and influencers alike use this to their advantage. By frequently addressing someone by their name during a conversation, you subconsciously tell them, "You are important to me." For instance, in negotiations, instead of saying, "I hear you," try, "I hear you, Leah." This small addition personalizes the interaction, making the other person feel valued. The trick is to use their name naturally and sparingly. Overuse can feel insincere. Chapter 2. The Smile. A genuine smile is one of the simplest yet most effective tools of persuasion. It's a universal sign of warmth, approachability, and trust. Smiling triggers the release of endorphins, not only in you but also in the person looking at you. This creates a positive emotional connection. Imagine walking into an interview. Who would you feel more comfortable talking to? Someone with a serious face or someone who greets you with a warm smile? Smiling breaks down barriers and makes people more receptive to your ideas. The key is authenticity. A fake smile can do more harm than good. Practice smiling genuinely by thinking of something that truly makes you happy. Chapter 3. The Law of Reciprocity. Humans are wired to return favors. When someone does something for you, you feel obligated to do something in return. This is the law of reciprocity, and it's one of the most powerful psychological tricks in persuasion. For example, think about restaurants that offer free mints with the bill. Studies show that customers are more likely to tip generously after receiving the mint. Why? Because the act triggers a sense of obligation. In your life, you can use this principle ethically. Offer help, share valuable advice, or simply show kindness without expecting anything in return. When the time comes, people will naturally want to reciprocate. Chapter 4. Scarcity. People want what they can't have. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is a powerful motivator, and scarcity taps into this primal instinct. Think about limited time sales or phrases like, "Only 2 seats left." These create urgency, pushing people to act quickly. Scarcity works because it magnifies the perceived value of an opportunity. To apply this, highlight what's rare or unique about what you're offering. For instance, in a conversation you might say, "This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." Scarcity doesn't have to mean lying. It's about emphasizing the exclusivity of the situation. Chapter 5. Validating emotions. People crave understanding. When someone feels heard and validated, they are more likely to trust and align with you. Validating emotions is about acknowledging how someone feels, even if you don't agree with them. For example, if a friend says, "I'm so frustrated at work," a validating response would be, "I can see how that would be frustrating." Notice how this doesn't try to fix their problem, it simply acknowledges their feelings. This technique works wonders in resolving conflicts. Instead of arguing, start by validating the other person's emotions. It diffuses tension and opens the door for meaningful dialogue. Chapter 6. Curiosity. Curiosity is a powerful driver of human behavior. When you create intrigue, you draw people in, making them eager to engage. Imagine starting a conversation with, "Do you know the one thing that can change your life forever?" Instantly, you've piqued curiosity. People naturally want to know more. This technique works in storytelling, sales, and even personal interactions. Leave breadcrumbs of information, creating a sense of mystery. Just make sure to deliver on the promise, otherwise curiosity turns into frustration. Chapter 7. The Law of Contrast. The law of contrast is about framing options in a way that makes your desired outcomes seem more appealing. For example, real estate agents often show clients a rundown house before showing the one they actually want to sell. By comparison, the second house seems much better. In conversations, you can use this by presenting a challenging scenario first, followed by a more reasonable one. For instance, most people take years to achieve this. Chapter 8. The Power of Touch. A light, appropriate touch can build trust and connection. For instance, a pat on the back, a handshake, or a touch on the shoulder can create warmth and establish rapport. Studies show that waiters who lightly touch customers on the arm receive higher tips. Why? Because touch creates a subconscious feeling of connection. However, this must be used carefully and respectfully. Misusing touch can make people uncomfortable and damage trust. Always ensure it's appropriate to the context and culture. Chapter 9. The Principle of Authority. People are more likely to listen to those they perceive as experts or figures of authority. This is why uniforms, titles, and credentials carry so much weight. For instance, patients are more likely to follow a doctor's advice if the doctor's in a lab coat. Similarly, in a business setting, someone with a title like CEO commands more respect. You don't need a title to establish authority. Sharing knowledge, presenting yourself confidently, and demonstrating expertise can position you as a credible source in any situation. Chapter 10. Social proof. Humans are social creatures, and we tend to follow the crowd. Social proof is the idea that people look to others for guidance on how to behave. Think about online reviews or crowded restaurants. A place with a long line seems more appealing because others are validating its quality. You can use social proof by showcasing testimonials, success stories, or examples of others who benefited from your ideas or actions. For example, in a group discussion, you might say, "This approach worked for so many people I know." Summary persuasion is not manipulation. It's about understanding human psychology and using it ethically to build trust, inspire action, and create positive outcomes. From the power of a name to the law of social proof, each of these 11 strategies offers a unique tool to help you navigate relationships, conversations, and even challenges. By mastering these techniques, you're not just becoming persuasive, you're becoming someone who can connect deeply, inspire trust, and influence with integrity. If this video added value to your life, share it with someone who might benefit. Let's build a world where persuasion is used for good,